So the second model is the health belief model. The first segment is perceived susceptibility. So African Americans are well aware of how contagious COVID is. It's been well reported on how many people have received COVID and how contagious it is. So African Americans are well aware of how contagious COVID is, but everyone always believes that nothing is ever going to happen to them until it actually happens. So this intervention will provide data on just how contagious COVID really is and how many people get infected on a daily basis by providing them that data that shows just how fast it's spreading, and chances are they will receive it, or they have a high chance of receiving it. So, or maybe even chances are some of them have already even contracted it or already recovered from it. So they may feel like they don't need the vaccine because of it, but the data shown in that the intervention will provide will show just how often people who have already received COVID and recovered from it get COVID again and possibly receive an even more severe infection, and that data will show them and hopefully convince them that they need the vaccine. Or African Americans may perceive that they're less susceptible due to this perceived herd immunity, due to the fact that the vaccine has been out for a while now, for about half a year. So they may feel like they may not need the vaccine, but I'll give them, in the intervention will also provide data showing that we're nowhere near the threshold for the herd immunity, and COVID is still infecting people at a rapid rate. So the next one is perceived severity. African Americans are aware that COVID is a serious illness, like it's been constantly covered since the past 1 to 2 years, and it has caused a lot of hardships, whether it be a loss of work or cause of physical illness, cause of mental illness, emotional illness. Like, it's been very exhausting for the American people in general, especially African Americans. So knowing this, like, this intervention will help persuade African Americans, like, hey, like, this is something that's been going on for a while now. It's up to them to help stop it, so we won't have to go through this hardship anymore. The next one is chances are receiving a severe reaction is fairly low. They may perceive that once they receive COVID, they'll easily recover from it. But the data will show that a lot of people who do receive COVID go through a severe reaction. It's not as low as they think, like the 99% survival rate or 99% chance of not receiving a severe illness is pure misinformation, and that they should take it very seriously. So the next stage is perceived benefits. So the data shown in the intervention and the purpose of the intervention is to convince African Americans that COVID, receiving the COVID vaccine is very beneficial to them, and the possible benefits and the benefits are that they will have immunity to many different strains of COVID, and receiving the vaccine reduces the likeliness of receiving the severe COVID-19 reaction. African Americans may believe that that's a possibility, but they're not dead set on it. But data will show that receiving the COVID-19 vaccine will help prevent receiving many different strains of COVID and reducing the likeliness of receiving a severe COVID reaction.